So, really quick, it's 11:11, so I'm gonna make a wish, just 'cause I just saw, and yeah, hold on. Yeah, so whenever it's 11:11, I make a wish, and it comes true, hopefully. But I can't tell you what I wished for, or else it won't come true, just like any other wish. But, I'm Holly, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Um, I'm eating, Andy's Cherries Jubilee, and it's delicious. Mm. Yeah. It's all the best parts of a chocolate covered cherry without the goop. Yep. I'm also drinking beer because beer is delicious, and I'm of age, and I'm 21 in the US, so I can drink legally. And oh, it's 11:11 again on my crappy phone. But I wanted to talk about how I had a friend of a friend approach me. And it wasn't really even a friend of a friend. It was a friend of this guy that I kind of knew. And he just comes up to me and just starts talking to me out of the blue on Facebook. And he's like, oh, blah, 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 did you know this person? And I'm like, yeah, I know that person. Didn't know him very well, but I knew them. And he's like, well, he dated this and blah, blah, blah. My life sucks and nobody knows who I am. And yeah, I was just like, cool. Usually I like to talk to people and help them and kind of help them think and figure stuff out. But I had never met this guy before. It was just kind of weird. So, yeah. It's a breakfast beer, because it's basically like orange juice. But yeah. My nail, the progress of it, I think it's gonna fall off. It's it's like it's all white. Well, it's turning white, and I think it stopped growing, and it's not as soft as my other nails. I can't press it in, and well, I can't really touch it at all because I feel like I'm gonna break my finger. But yeah, I got 3 hours of sleep last night, which is better than none. But I went into work and I was just in a really, really bad mood. I was like, I don't want to be here, just like that. And I'm glad that I drink coffee because it helps a lot. And then I had a chocolate chip cookie on my break, and that was quite delicious. I had just baked it because I had to work in the food for it. Whatever. Oh, I found out where the bowling alley was on my drive home today, and so I'm really excited. So I'm gonna see if that was a bird. I'm gonna see if somebody wants to go to the bowling alley with me. I'm not very good, but I get lucky sometimes. Just like in pool, like my first night out in Watertown, I was playing teams with some people that I met, and I ended up beating this guy, and he's in the league and stuff. He's supposedly really, really good, but I got lucky, and I made the 8 ball in. So that was the start of me accidentally getting drunk. But it's okay, because I made it home alright, and I only spent like $4. So it's good. Oh, I have I have a green duck. His name is Hubert. I won him in a claw machine when I was in 8th grade when I went to the movie it was some hockey movie, like, I don't know, it came out in 2004. And I saw it with my friend and her mom. But I won Hubert here out of a claw machine in the AMC Lowe's Cineplex 15 or whatever it was in Arizona, Tucson/Oro Valley, whatever you want to call it. And I have had him ever since. And since I moved, his eye cracked, and it's really creepy. And now I just think he's getting old and he's got cataracts in his eyes. But he's the only stuffed animal I like. Otherwise, I don't really like stuffed animals. And yeah, the other night I went and walked around the lake. Well, one of the lakes. I think it was Lake Kempesca. And I walked around it with my friend from work. And we had fun. It was dark, and I peed at the lake. I'm sure you all wanted to know that. But, yeah. So, oh, I'm holding tweezers, because I guess I'm not anymore. But, yeah, I was gonna, with my eyebrows, because I felt like it. And I am a very big fan of car karaoke, and recently I've been listening to the Plain White T's new album, which is Wonders of the Younger, and I've really only gotten into songs 1, 2, and 4, and song 1 is Irrational Anthem, and it's just like one of those songs that it makes you feel good when you listen to it. I went to go buy my 6-pack of beer, and I had that song on, and I was just like, yeah! This is our irrational anthem. Yeah. And Rhythm of Love, which is one of their new songs. It's a really good song. I had it stuck in my head the entire time I was at work last Thursday, because I listened to it like 20 times before work, which is a 3-minute and 20-second song times 20, 50, almost an hour worth of listening to it, which is sad. I really wonder if my nail's gonna fall off. And if it does, I hope it grows back. But if it doesn't, I guess it's just like another one of those things that makes me different physically. Like I have a dent in my leg that I got it from a splinter, but I got it when I was like 4 or something, and my parents, they thought that I got a spider bite, so they took me to the doctor, and they put like some thing on it, I think it was like acid or something, and they burned my skin to the bone, so I have a permanent dent in my leg, and yeah, that was fun. But if you want to hear more about my backstory, I will go into that because I have nothing better to do right now. So, I was born in 1990. My mom and my dad were married at the time. I had an older sister who's my half sibling through my mother, and well, I still have her. And I have an older brother. He's 6 years older than me, also a half sibling, and they're both half black, half white, like not like this half is black, but they're like mixed. And I haven't I haven't talked to my brother in like 5 years, and I haven't talked to my sister since probably like 2009, which is a couple years ago, and I haven't seen them since 2009. And before that, I hadn't seen them in 6 years. Well, them as in my sister and my mother, because I moved in with my dad. And my dad and my biological mother got divorced when I was 5 and a half. My mother won the money custody battle, and so I went to live with her. We moved around Southern California for a while, and then we moved to Woodland Park, Colorado, and Colorado Springs, Colorado. And when I was 13, just kind of, I visited my dad with my half-sister basically every summer, even though she wasn't really related to him, but he adopted her after my mom and him got married. But I went to visit my dad, and my sister, she didn't want to go, and he lived in Tucson at the time, and so I just kind of, it was right around Father's Day when I went, and I was like, hey Dad, is it okay if I just live with you? And he was like, that's the best Father's Day present I've ever had. And I was like, cool. And yeah, I lived with him and my stepmom, who he married after he divorced my mother, and she is his high school sweetheart. And she's kind of awesome. I love her more than my actual mother. I feel bad saying that, but it's true. She's been more of a mother to me anyway. I mean, I got on track when I moved in with them, and started getting good grades, started reading more, started acting more responsibly, and actually got to experience some sort of adolescent. And I got to be a rebellious teenager instead of just doing whatever, because my mom didn't care what I did. And then, yeah, I have a stepsister. She lives in Germany with her husband, and there's 3 sons and daughter. And I think they're moving to like Idaho soon. Idaho potato. Have you guys ever played that word association game? It's like when you have nothing to do and you just kind of like don't have anything to do. So you're sitting in a circle and you decide an order that you're gonna go in. And somebody says a word, and the person next to them says the first word that comes to mind from the word they said. And then the person next to them says the first word that comes to mind from the word that they said, and so on and so forth, and you go around in a circle. And it's basically a pointless game, but it can be entertaining. Oh, my room's really messy right now. But that's okay. I have beer. And I always wondered if beer made cramps like better, because it's a blood thinner, and maybe it'll decrease pain caused from cramps, but I might just be kidding myself. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and go to sleep after I finish this beer, and tomorrow I might make a video of a song because I'm bored. Alright, well, so long. I like the sound of music. That was a good movie.